So over 2 million Americans will receive a brand new stimulus payment this week, everybody. And Senate Democrats just lost a key test vote to allow a bipartisan infrastructure deal to advance through Congress. How's everybody doing today? This is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. Now we have a ton of news to cover in today's video. But first, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. And leave a comment down below telling me if you believe that a fourth stimulus check must be sent out to help out the American people.
Well, I did suggest to the leader that the three, make sure you understand this. I hear the press saying, well, they didn't vote to accept the Biden. That had nothing to do with it.
I personally believe that the Democrats and the Republicans are taking way too much time to send out the fourth stimulus relief checks. There are still millions of Americans across the country that are struggling financially, so a fourth stimulus check is definitely necessary. And if you guys agree, then be sure to get this video to 1,000 likes. So the federal government said Wednesday that about 2.2 million more stimulus checks have gone out over the last 6 weeks. The latest batch brings the total number of payments dispersed to more than 171 million, with an aggregate value of $400 billion. According to an announcement from the IRS, these payments started going out in March when the American Rescue Plan Act was signed into law by President Biden. That legislation authorized payments of up to $1,400 per person, plus $1,400 per eligible dependent for individuals and families who fall under certain income thresholds and also meet other requirements. Now for the latest tranche, about 1.3 million payments with a value of about $2.6 billion were sent to eligible individuals for whom the IRS previously did not have information to issue a stimulus check, but who recently filed a tax return
to our deficit or our national debt. So the idea of lumping Social Security and cuts in Social Security into a discussion.
In addition, everybody, this batch also includes supplemental payments for individuals who earlier this year received payments based on the 2019 tax returns, yet were eligible for a new or larger amount based on the 2020 tax returns, which would have been processed more recently. The IRS said it will continue to disperse these stimulus checks on a weekly basis. Folks, leave a comment down below telling me if you think that President Biden should send out a fourth stimulus check. Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. Now, if you did submit a return in recent weeks, one of the new stimulus checks might have your name on it and can help you pay off debt or bills or give you some cash to save. More than 900,000 of these fresh stimulus checks are what the IRS calls plus-up payments or bonus money for people who previously got third-round stimulus checks, though not the full 1,400. If you got a shrunken payment, it may have been based on your 2019 tax return. If the tax agency now has your 2020 return and it shows you made less money last year than the year before, you may qualify for a plus-up. Meanwhile, about 1.3 million of the new payments are going to Americans who had not received any stimulus from the latest round because the IRS did not know how to reach them. So folks, if you are missing a stimulus check, be sure you have your correct contact information on file with the IRS. It's going to be a whole lot easier for you to receive a stimulus check that way. Senate Democrats on Wednesday lost a key test vote to allow a bipartisan infrastructure deal to advance, after Republicans involved in the talks say they needed more time to finalize details before helping Democrats meet the Senate 60-vote threshold to start debate on the bill. While Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's efforts failed, handing him and President Biden at least a temporary political loss on a top priority, the White House earlier Wednesday said that the president was extremely supportive of Schumer's strategy, aimed at jumpstarting negotiations on a measure that would spend $1.2 trillion on traditional infrastructure. The partisan defeat by a vote of 49 to 51, as a bipartisan group of 11 senators worked behind the scenes to finalize the terms of the package to fund major public work projects, from bridges, highways, and even broadband. Schumer said on the Senate floor on Wednesday morning that the vote is not a deadline to have every final detail worked out. It is not an attempt to jam anyone. Schumer also stated, according to the negotiators, spurred on by this vote this afternoon, they are close to finalizing their product. Even Republicans have agreed that the deadline has moved them forward more quickly. We all want the same thing here, to pass a bipartisan infrastructure bill, but in order to finish the bill, we first need to start. So everybody, key Republican negotiators in the bipartisan group of senators who have been trying to work out the deal say they believe they can finalize it by Monday. GOP Senator Susan Collins told reporters Monday morning, "We are making tremendous progress, and I hope that the majority leader will reconsider and just delay the vote until Monday. That is not a big ask of him." Negotiators said Tuesday that there are about 6 remaining issues with the bipartisan bill, the thorniest of which is how to structure spending on public transit systems. At the same time, the senior lawmaker expects the legislation to be finalized by Monday. As always, folks, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a great day and stay safe. And if you do support a 14 must check of $1,000 a month, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
The issue that I'd like to touch upon today is Social Security, perhaps the most important federal program in existence, a program of enormous consequence to the 59 million seniors, people with disabilities, and children who are beneficiaries.
As lawmakers, we are here to serve people. Our main mission is to work on issues that will positively impact the constituents we are sent to serve in Washington. And to do that effectively, we need to engage directly with the American people, to get a sense of their major concerns and what's happening in their day-to-day lives and how we can make it better. Over the past week, I set out just to do that. Because Democrats' reckless spending has led to inflation, I've asked American people to send me their stories about the soaring inflation, but how does it personally affect them and their families? The stories that I heard are just devastating. There's a few here I'd like to bring up. First, Chuck from Arkansas. He writes, "I'm on a fixed income. I'm retired from the state police and the National Guard. My everyday expenses are up. My small amount of money is worth less. For example, I just bought gas for my truck. Last year it cost $35 to fill up. This time it costs $92. How many of us across America have actually felt that as they fill their cars up? Katrina from Idaho. Gas is $3.78 a gallon. Milk is almost $3 a gallon. We have cut spending at the grocery store a bunch since prices have gone up. No extra outings or eating out. Home improvements are on hold till prices come down. Mike, a lead pastor at the church. My wife and I can't do as much as we used to do for others, so we're not liking that. We're on a fixed income and working on building a church congregation from scratch. We are seeing many who are going without food, medication, etc. So we're taking food to them to hopefully make their lives easier. Inflation is destroying America's ability to strengthen their financial security." As I watched a clip from the president's town hall last night, I couldn't see a person more out of touch.